Good evening, I'm Sean Green with the Lime Sports World. Charles F. Broome and Bailey's Primary have taken the early lead in the Pine Hill Dairy Knapsack Championships after two finals were completed on the penultimate day of action. A victory by Ebony Wint in the girls' open high jump and Josh Dale Weeks in the boys' open high jump event gave the two former champions an edge going into next Tuesday's final day. Charles F. Broome marks 18 points ahead of St. Angela's with 9 and Good Shepherd with 8 points in the girls' titles race. Meanwhile, Bailey's, they have 10 points, All Saints they're second with 8, Hilda Scheme third with 6 in the boys category. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke was at the National Stadium today for some of the sprint action.
It was a day of reckoning as semi-final action hit the track. Here's a look at the 100 meters on the 13 girls, and going into the final with the fastest time would be Khadija Strawn of St. Philip's Primary, commanded this race over Legina Colucci of Welch's and Janae Jordan of St. Stephen's, who were also into the final. Making it into the final 8 was also Good Shepherd's Tyrene Lynch on the inside, smashing the field. Asher Carrington of Bailey's Primary and Ryan Phillips of St. Bartholomew will also be in there. To the boys on the 13, and he's the one to beat, Jay Germain of People's Cathedral. Right there with him was Hilda Scheme's Tyrico Bruce, and in third, Emerson Graham of Roland Edwards. It's the first 3 finishers into the final and then the fastest 2. So also running to book a place in the green from Milton Lynch Primary, Mario Linton, ahead of Ronaldo Nichols and Jamali Medford. One of the closest races of the day came in the under-11 girls semi-final heat 1. It looked to be dominated by Christina Stoll-Gooden of St. Stephen's Primary, but it could still be anyone's race. And with a fast finish on the outside, Ebony Brung of Gordon Greenwich took it on the line. Brung still through to the final, and so too Janae Goodman of Hilltop Primary. St. Silas Primary will also be in the finals come next Tuesday. Well, thanks to Shantae Moore, she ensured that by winning Heat 2, she was also in with the second fastest qualifying time, ahead of Kiara Payne of St. Stephen's and Beyonce Allen of Bailey's Primary. Here's a look at the boys' races. Fresh from setting a new record in the cricket ball throw, Malachi Harris brought his dominance to the track. He will be hard to beat. With a runaway time of 13.84 seconds, it was left to Sean Raphael of St. Stephen's and Christopher Yearwood of Luther Thorne to secure their final spot. It was a small but elated Deacons cheering squad. Chasing Malachi Duncombe finals day would be Javon Burnett of Milton Lynch. His time was 13.94 seconds, with People Cathedral's Jeremy Small hot on his heels, 13.96, and West Terrace Tigers' Shamar Lewis also getting in there. I can't wait for the under-9 girls finals. This one will be a battle royale, and one of the leading contenders is Sky Spencer Lane of West Terrace Tigers, in with a fastest time of 15.59 seconds, seen here as a runaway champion ahead of Calicia Downs of Arthur Smith and Tyresha Griffith of Hillaby Turner's Hall. The Tigers ruled that race, but Spencer Lane's time of 15.59 seconds was the same as her main rival Samaya Dell of Sharon Primary, who had to fight off the challenge of Ciara Pigott of St. Stephen's, just beating her on the line. These two and Spencer Lane will serve up some hot action. The boys under-9 100 meter semi-final 1. It was anyone's to take in the first 50 meters. But look at the late surge from Eden Lodge's Jaden Green. Jaquan Pilgrim of St. George is in there, and so too Keon Blackman of People's Cathedral. Just like the girls, the boys' times are close. But look on the outside. Ayaboso Ayare of West Terrace Tigers just ahead of Bailey's Tevin Brathwaite and Grantley Prescott's Kiko Wade. There are some serious scores to be settled come finals day. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. More from NATSA later on Pine Hill on Track. Well, we've already had the first upset in the 2014 Barbados Netball Association Senior Knockout Competition. Last night, UWI Blackbirds beat the defending league champion C.O. Williams Rangers in the first round, booting them from the competition by the narrowest of margins. Here's CBC's Marsha Boyce.
A big opening match for the senior netball knockout competition. UWI Blackbirds versus CO Williams Rangers. The Blackbirds with some new additions to their roster this season, like goal shooter Shanika Wharton. But Rangers would dominate the early exchanges. Goal attack Nikita Pigot faking the shot for goal shooter Vanessa Reed-Cox to put away. Rangers would have a 6-goal advantage by the end of the first quarter. They were up 13-7. And in the second, they picked up from where they left off. Pigot to Reed-Cox. She converted 19 of her 28 attempts. Now, center Sabrina Smith to Pigot. She scored 12 of her 18. UWI Blackbirds would outscore Rangers 9-7 in this second quarter. Wharton showing her range, but they would still trail by 4 at halftime. Rangers led 20-16. The Blackbirds got the jump on Rangers in the third quarter, and from there things got a bit interesting. Goal attack Rhea Holder leading the charge, here converting one of her 14 goals in the game. Their defense kept things tight at the other end, especially after some changes in the circle for Rangers, with Sakina Rock coming in at goal attack and Pigot replacing Reed-Cox at goal shooter. Rangers still held a 5-goal advantage at this point, but that was about to change as Wharton, Holder and company rallied to chip away at the deficit. Wharton shot 18 from 27. The Blackbirds would score 5 unanswered goals late in the third quarter to tie this game up at 25-all heading into the final period. They built on that momentum at the start of the fourth, going up by 2 after back-to-back goals from Holder. At the other end, Rangers made another change, with Reed-Cox back on at goal shooter and Nikita President at goal attack. That was her lone goal of the game, Rangers within 1. The teams virtually traded goals after that, trying to stay within reach before Rangers managed to inch ahead by 2. But Holder would bring UWI right back in it, leveling the scoreline at 31 before putting them back in the lead, up 33-31. Reed-Cox converted a penalty late in the game to cut the deficit back to 1. But that was all they had time for, as UWI Blackbirds completed the upset, beating CO Williams Rangers by 1 goal, 33-32. Marsha Boyce, CBC Sports.